No.
Wow. Electric energy in the studio today.
Glad to be back.
Shout out to our live studio audience, aka it's just
I'm
got
not paid.
I'm Dylan,
I'm Kevin.
and this is Sense of Direction.
I was gonna try to join you there,
Darn.
but fuck that up.
Last week we were talking about
After grad decision making.
yeah.
Planning.
Yeah, 5 moves to make after graduation. And today we are talking about 4 ways to earn $2,500 this summer. What are some things for you to do to get some extra cash in your pocket? Maybe build up that savings or emergency fund, or hell, just have some fucking fun money. Freaking. There are obviously we're gonna kind of go through 4 that you've probably already heard, but like we're just gonna break them down. Hey, talk about it.
Possibilities are endless, like we were talking about last time.
Maybe this is the one thing that will get you to pull the trigger and go for something.
You can learn skills from a lot of things. First thing we'll talk about is gig work, which I'm sure you've heard of.
The gig economy today.
The gig economy. The one that I'm very familiar with is food delivery. I'm getting better at that. I haven't actually ordered DoorDash in like 3 months, so I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that.
That was a good job.
Thank you. But yeah, food delivery, good side hustle. Do DoorDash, Uber Eats if you have the free time, if you have the vehicle, and if you're in like a nice metropolitan area or a nice college town too, I feel like,
Yeah. And even that works with like just Uber, Lyft. Maybe you have some I do think maybe a bigger city for TaskRabbit.
Yeah.
Or just like task-based apps. Maybe there's someone that just needs help like putting together a fence in their yard or something, and they just post that in a local Facebook group. Easy. And something that you don't really have to do. And most of those tasks, like they provide the material. They don't ask you to do anything.
The demand's already there. You just gotta
do the work.
Which is a good benefit to it. They're easy to find, easy to start.
Yeah.
Schedules
What you make
flexible.
It. Yeah.
I mean, whenever you want to work, if there's work, you work.
Yeah.
It's great for weekends. And there's side hustles. So like, this is something you can do aside from having an actual other source of income,
Yeah. There are some things that you have to consider, like you have to pay for your gas. There would be some wear and tear on your cars.
Unless it's a Toyota, because those things run for like 500,000 miles.
Yeah. So maybe that is not super ideal for you. Maybe you need something a little bit more consistent. So maybe something seasonal. There's a lot of seasonal jobs out there. Especially in the summertime, I feel like there's a little bit more because there's pools open. Be a lifeguard. You can go do summer camps. They probably always need camp counselors. You could work at a gym. You could do retail. There's probably a lot of stores that are prepping for back to school. Everyone's, going shopping because now they have time to just peruse around the mall. Maybe I don't know if that's still true, but
when I think about whenever I post-grad, I was working a lot in like restaurants.
Oh yeah.
We got restaurants, ice cream shops.
Mm-hmm.
I actually worked at a snow cone stand.
You did?
For like 3 summers. It was honestly, it was a pretty good job for the time being. Like at that time, like I saved up honestly a lot of money that I blew through in the following years. Yeah. But my head was on right. It just teetered off. I teetered off the path.
You didn't have the plan.
I didn't have the plan. I didn't have a sense of direction that I could look at,
Yeah.
But fireworks.
Oh yeah, fireworks stands. Yeah.
Dude, especially here in Oklahoma, like
they're like
crazy.
All on the corners, especially if you go up north.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some down south, but I go to Edmond more and I see them all the time.
The back roads.
Yeah. These can be nice because you know when your hours are. You kind of have like a set little pay schedule. They're usually pretty social environments. And they're usually hiring right now as they are looking for seasonal help.
And they know you're out of school.
Yeah. And I will say, if you're like a little hesitant on restaurant work, trust me, I totally was, but that shit is so easy money. Yeah, you have to kind of learn a menu. You have to figure out how to talk to people. But like once you get in the groove of like how your restaurant operates, nice. All you have to do is put on a fake smile and make your tables feel like the most special table in the whole restaurant, and you get bang.
I will say, working in the restaurant industry or food industry like that builds character.
It so does.
It builds character. So like, if you have that mindset that even like, if you can make a crappy job, if you can get something from a crappy job, like you'll be light years ahead of people, you know.
I will say the best part about the restaurants is the people that you meet.
Yeah.
Friends you make, because those can be different. There are some interesting characters that work in restaurants. And then most of the time you can kind of get free food, depending on how nice you are to your staff.
Yeah.
Hook it. Be real sweet to those kitchen staff employees, and they will douse you in sugar.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Literally.
Yeah. Aside from that, you know, it's a little less freedom because you're kind of clock in, clock out. You know, you be there Tuesday, Thursday.
Seasonal jobs.
Yeah. But it
it's
provides
consistent.
provides a stable check.
And you can work around it.
Yeah.
It's in the summertime. You're out of school. You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's more fun in the summer? Festivals and events. There's fairs. So many local festivals, fairs, concerts. I mean, you could join a volunteer group, which I think they still get paid, like for like working in arenas and stuff.
They do.
Like you're called a volunteer, but you do get paid.
Yeah.
But yeah, vendor help, set up food stands, merch booths, you know, and that would be fun. Especially if you're working in like an event space.
Cool. Like I was at the Arts Festival last weekend or one of the other weekends. And then we had like Norman Music Fest, the Arts Festival. I think right now we have the Edmond Art.
Oh, is that happening
Downtown
now?
Edmond Art Festival. What else? We have Pride in Norman. We have a lot, like right now, as we're recording this, there's like a bunch of events that, you know.
And then there's like a dance festival that's like 3 days. That's
really?
2 weeks.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, you know, it's kind of a short burst of intense work, but you get tips usually, like depending on what type of thing, like if you're a food vendor or something. And then honestly, it's really just great for networking and like meeting people. Maybe you could get work somewhere that like aligns with like your interests for, you know, getting experience for the job or just experience about an industry that you really like.
And then number 4 was my bread and butter.
Manual labor.
Yeah. You know, you've heard, well, I don't know if you have, but you've seen people out with like a lawnmower just like walking door to door, being like, or like a snow shovel, like, you know. You hit up an old lady.
You hit up an old lady.
You knock her door down. No, I'm joking. I mean, you're just doing things that either somebody doesn't want to do or they literally can't do. I'm like, there's always money in that, you know? I did a lot of like landscaping and mowing. But there's other jobs like moving. Everybody's got to move.
Yep.
That's a big manual labor job, but you also get really good tips. Whenever I was moving, I tipped pretty well because I felt bad because everybody was moving my stuff. You know? Trash cleanup, construction help. Everybody, these construction jobs, these big jobs, like they need
hands.
They need hands.
Yeah.
They don't need soft hands either.
No. Get those calloused
hands.
Tough hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do the power washing, junk removal. I mean, all of those things. Like, typically, like the less people want to do it, the more it usually pays because it has to get done.
Dude, like power washing. I love the power washing videos on TikTok. Car detail. I've seen a lot of those. What else? I was gonna say vending machines, but no, that's not. That's like I feel like that's like there was a point before we did this podcast where I was in the situation where I was like, I need to make more money. Like, what can I do? And aside from like getting ads for like people obviously trying to scam me and being like, just buy an apartment complex and flip it. Like, the fuck? And then it'd be like, just buy 10 vending machines, you know, or buy like
Yeah,
invest
they
a
make
lot
it
of
sound so easy, but you need a whole bunch of capital to do that.
yeah. So, anyways, where was I going with that? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what I was gonna go. I don't know what I
Manual
was gonna
labor.
say.
You're getting ads when you're looking for
Yeah.
something to
Oh
like
yeah.
get you some extra cash.
Yes. So if you're in that boat, what I did instead of buying an apartment complex was I just went and helped my brother as he mowed people's lawns and picked up their trash. So,
Nice.
and I made some dough on the side
Yeah.
and got a good tan.
Oh, also nice. Yeah, and don't you like you stay strong. Like pushing that
You
stuff is
do,
hard.
yeah.
So you get your workout, a paycheck,
Paycheck
and some sun.
and some sun, some vitamin D.
Yeah. So make sure while you're whatever endeavor you decide to go down, make sure you're tracking your income. Set that money aside if you want to do something. Maybe you want the $2,500 just to fucking drink your way through summer. That's fine, but you should probably track to make sure that that's all you're spending.
Yeah.
You know, what will you do when you hit that 2,500 goal? What if it's in the middle of the
5,000.
summer? Like,
That's
are
what
you
I'm saying.
gonna try
Like,
to double
I
it,
feel like
or
2,500 is once you hit that, like, I feel like you're gonna want to
you'll be hungry for
keep.
more?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are a couple options that this kind of listed out for me. To like hit the 2,500, you could
Mhm.
work either like 3 gig shifts a week at like about $250 a week.
Mhm.
You could do a part-time job at 20 hours a week. You know, depending on what that is, it's usually between like $12 to $15. Or you could do option C of 2 to 3
Manual
manual labor
labor.
jobs a week at like $100 each, which could be more depending
Yeah.
on what exactly you're doing.
Yeah. Dude, tree
Um,
removal. That's a
oh
big
yeah,
one. Trim some bushes.
yeah.
Leaf pickup.
Or even if like you
Or
already have skills.
those little like driveway like spray paint thing I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
That.
Maybe you already have some stuff like
Yeah. Babysitting. Yeah. That's more
babysitting,
like gig work though.
dog
Dog
work,
walking.
dog walking,
Put
pet
them boys to work.
sitting. Yeah. Or even like you're a photographer. I'm
Yeah.
trying to set up my photography thing. I've just been
It's
kind
been
of
fun.
doing favors for people, and now I'm like, I think I actually want to like do
Get
more.
paid.
Yeah. So kind of tailor it to your needs.
Yeah.
Or, you know, maybe you want to save this money, but you also, this summer, the best thing for you is getting experience for the next fall or whatever to set up your life. Start doing that. Pick something that that will be valuable to the rest of your life as well.
See.
So, but it seems pretty, if you're determined for it, you can hit that 2,500 no problem. You just have to make sure that you want it that bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is where your goals come into play,
yes.
you know?
Yeah.
This could be a nice,
Yeah.
good short-term goal.
Yeah.
See how much money you can make this summer, and then the next summer you can try to make more, or make less. And it's up to you.
Yeah. Just make sure you're always kind of like keeping on what is important to you in your life, because that does change. And make sure that you adapt your budget to it. So, and have freaking fun, dude. Like, life is meant to be lived. We just want to make sure that you're able and capable of doing that financially.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for. To help you get a little sense of direction.
Yeah.